Paul Heyman in shock after Jey Uso's brutal confrontation. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Paul Heyman left in shock after Jey Uso's brutal confrontation. WWE Chaos Unleashed. In the aftermath of WrestleMania 41, tensions are boiling, alliances are broken, and one man stands at the center of it all, Paul Heyman. But what happens when the man who's always in control gets confronted by the one person he never expected? Jey Uso has snapped, and in one of the most chilling confrontations ever seen on WWE television. Paul Heyman was left completely speechless. Let's break it all down. What led to this? What happened in that brutal face-off? And what does this mean for the Bloodline, for Roman Reigns, and for WWE as a whole? This is the full story. The tension builds 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Ever since the downfall of the Bloodline began, Jey Uso has been caught in the middle. Torn between loyalty to his family and loyalty to himself. He walked out on Roman Reigns once. He came back. He left again. And when he returned after WrestleMania 41, the entire WWE Universe expected him to make his intentions clear. But instead, Jey stayed silent. He watched from a distance. He kept his cool, until the moment was right. And Paul Heyman, he didn't see it coming. After WrestleMania, the tribal empire that Roman Reigns built was crumbling. Solo Sikoa had taken matters into his own hands. He wasn't listening to Paul Heyman anymore. Jimmy Uso was out of the picture after being brutally attacked. And Roman, he was missing, reeling from defeat and betrayal. That left Paul Heyman as the last link to the old bloodline. He tried to keep things together. He made desperate phone calls on Raw and SmackDown. He tried negotiating with Solo, begging him to wait for Roman. But Solo didn't care, and when Heyman turned to Jey, it was already too late. Paul Heyman's plea. Last Friday night SmackDown, the arena was electric. The WWE Universe could feel something big was about to go down. Paul Heyman walked to the ring, not with his usual swagger, but with a sense of desperation. Dressed in his signature suit, eyes tired, holding the mic with trembling hands. Heyman looked around at the crowd and said, "I am not out here as the wise man. I am not out here representing the bloodline. I am out here, as a man, trying to fix the family I helped break." You could hear a pin drop. Heyman looked straight into the camera. "Jey Uso, I know you're listening. I know you're watching. And I know you're hurt. But we can fix this. We need you. I need you." Then, the lights dimmed, and the arena erupted. Jey Uso's theme hit, and out walked, main event, Jey Uso. He walked slowly, wearing a black hoodie, expression cold and unreadable. He didn't dance. He didn't play to the crowd. He slid into the ring and stared Heyman down. For the first time in years, the wise man looked scared. The brutal confrontation. Jey picked up a mic. He looked at Heyman, and he said 5 chilling words. "You think I forgot, huh?" The crowd roared. Jey took a step closer. "You stood by while Roman abused me. You let him gaslight me, manipulate me. You watched while he turned me against my own brother." Heyman tried to interject. "Jey, please." But Jey cut him off. "Don't you dare. Please, me. You knew what he was doing. You were his mouthpiece. His puppet master. Every time he said something to break me down, you were in his ear. Every time I questioned it, you told me to trust him." Jey paced around the ring now, his voice growing louder. "You made me believe that family meant falling in line. That my only worth was in serving Roman." Heyman tried to reason. "We were trying to protect the family." But Jey didn't hesitate. Slap. A stiff, open-handed slap to Heyman's face silenced the arena. The camera caught Heyman's face, shocked, eyes wide, mouth slightly open. Jey didn't stop. "You didn't protect the family, you poisoned it." Then, Jey dropped the mic. He grabbed Heyman by the tie. Heyman dropped to his knees. "I'm begging you, Uso. I'm sorry, please." The crowd was chanting, "Jey, Jey, Jey." Then, boom, a superkick to Heyman. The wise man crumbled to the mat. Jey stood over him, breathing heavily, hands shaking. And then he did something nobody expected. He reached into his pocket, pulled out Roman's tribal lei. and dropped it on Paul Heyman's chest. Symbolic. Cold. Final. Jey Uso had just buried the past. Backstage chaos. As SmackDown went to commercial, backstage was total chaos. Medical officials rushed to check on Heyman, who was seen coughing, struggling to sit up. Cameras caught Solo Sikoa pacing furiously, being restrained by security. He was shouting. He touched the wise man. You kidding me? Jey, meanwhile, was calmly walking through the hallway. The camera caught him glancing at Roman's locker room door. He stopped, stared, and walked away. No knock, no words, just a silent message. I'm not waiting for Roman anymore. Later that night, Kayla Braxton tried to catch up with Heyman being wheeled into an ambulance. She asked, Paul, how do you respond to what Jey did tonight? Heyman, dazed and pale, simply whispered, it's all falling apart. The aftermath. Since that night, the WWE Universe has been buzzing. Social media exploded. Hashtag Jey Uso. Hashtag Bloodline implodes. Hashtag Heyman KO. Trending worldwide. On Monday Night Raw, Michael Cole opened the show with somber words. What we saw on SmackDown was the final thread snapping. Jey Uso made his choice. Paul Heyman may never be the same. Heyman was not on Raw. WWE issued a statement saying he was undergoing medical evaluation and recovering from head trauma. But insiders say the real story is this. Paul Heyman has lost all control. Solo Sikoa has now declared himself the new tribal authority. He's recruited Tama Tonga. He's shown interest in Jacob Fatu. And rumors are swirling that Roman's days as tribal chief might be over for good. Jey Uso. He's made it clear. He wants no part of Solo's empire. But he's not backing down, either. This Friday, WWE announced a face-to-face between Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa. No security, no referees, just blood and violence. Chapter 6 What this means for Roman Reigns 40:00:50:00. Voice tone. Tense, dramatic build-up. So where does this leave the head of the table? Roman Reigns hasn't been seen since his shocking defeat at WrestleMania 41. He lost the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. He lost Paul Heyman's support. And now, he's lost his family. Jey's confrontation with Heyman wasn't just an attack, it was a declaration. Jey is done waiting. He's done asking for permission. Done being manipulated. Done being used. He doesn't care about titles. He doesn't care about power. He wants justice. And Roman Reigns may be next. Sources backstage claim Roman could return as soon as the upcoming Saudi Premium Live event. But when he does, will he walk into a fight he's no longer equipped to win?